You are now live on Facebook.com. We're here today with John George.
Oh no, it's crooked.
Hi guys, how you doing? So, weekend 3, day 2, progress report. We're here on Sunday morning, working on John's coupe. There's John inside doing what he does best, working on the wiring. So,
Labeled it.
as you might imagine, lots of wiring to be done for the to support the racing. He's running dual fuel systems in a cool suit and data logging and all kinds of fun stuff like that.
Hello.
Back up a bit.
Uh-oh.
There it is. Wanda just came in. Good morning, Wanda.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
Those boxes getting recycling.
Okay. So here's our new wiper motor. You know, for the coupe, we're going to run a single wiper on it. I thought you guys would really like this. Something that's really neat about the new coupe, which I haven't seen a lot of print on, is the underside of the hood, which, I'll be honest guys, is really freaking badass. So the new Gen 3 coupe comes with a hood liner, as you can see. So the wheel wells are still bare fiberglass, which, who cares? But they put this great lip on here, as you can see. And they give you the aluminum for it. So now you will have aluminum splash panels that actually rivet right to the nose and stay with it. And it will be rigid. So none of that, you know, crazy, like 4 rivets holding the splash panel on and having to create brackets and stuff. And you can finish the underside of the hood to look beautiful. So kudos to you, Factory 5. I mean, it's really, really nice. It's a little bit heavier, obviously, because now we've got an inner liner and an outer liner. This is what we've decided to do. We're adding louvers to the hood, and they're going to be right in those sections that you see there. We did a little bit of caution to you, though. If you decide to do this, we use the GTM louvers. We've done it before on other coupes, and I decided to be a little lazy, and I measured on the inner liner, you know, and then we pre-drilled our first holes. And then when I measured the outside of the car, they were off a ½ inch. So it doesn't matter to the normal guy if this is off center by a ¼ inch, which gives you a ½ inch total, inside to outside, but I just want to let you know that. So be cautious of that if you try to do the same thing that we're doing and use the GTM louvers. And so the louvers, pardon me, are to extract heat from underneath the hood. And honestly, they just look bad Larry. So I really like them. So John's worked on here. So we've got some more of the radiator aluminum in place. As we put it in, we did notice that Factory 5 had designed it. We did this post. That this aluminum goes on first, here. Then you would install your radiator. And the strap is supposed to go through this hole, right here. We didn't know that. So we put the radiator on where it was neutral in the mounts on the bottom, and that this bracket came out nice and flat. But in reality, we should have tipped it up maybe another 2 degrees, which would have put this through there. So this bracket should come through here. So again, just a little something that we learned as we're building this car. And for anybody else who's watching, pay attention to that. Okay, so put the radiator sides on before you attach the radiator. Something else we ran into, which we had to work on, was this guy here. Okay, so this is not something that Factory 5 does. This is something that we added because race car. And that is an adjustable bias knob, which I think John, I don't know what he did with it. It's down in here someplace. Okay, but this cable here, oh, here we are. See? So this is an adjustable bias knob, so that John can adjust front to rear brake bias from in the driver's seat. But in the footbox area, there's not enough room for the cable to attach. And I know this is difficult for you guys to see. I should grab the flashlight, but I don't have it. over here. Have you got it, John? Oh, thank you, John. I appreciate that. So you can see right down in there. So what we had to do is we had to plasma cut out a little bit of the bracket there. I know it's not the prettiest, but I'm showing you guys now.
That race car.
Yep. So that if you're in the build process, you know, to make it pretty, we would have had to pull the engine out and that panel off, and yeah, we're not doing that.
That's not happening.
Yep. So if you plan on running an adjustable bias knob, just plan that ahead of time that you got to do clearances. You can't run it off the other side of the pedal because there's not enough room. Okay, in between here and here.
It's cable driven.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, just let you know. And yes, we did try the 90-degree adapter from Tilton, and that did not give us any more room. So we had to run out to the engine bay side to do that. So it's not a problem. I actually talked to Factory 5 about it and said, hey, listen, this is where we're going to have to trim. And we got the thumbs up for that. And honestly, you know, it's so much more rigid, the new design. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts like used to be. And then they add this other bracket up here. So there's 1, 2, 3 there that attach to here. So now you have 6 bolts holding in the pedal assembly, where before on the older designs you used to have 4. So the pedal assembly is much more rigid than where it was before, albeit in a tighter, more confined area, but more rigid. So again, I'm not going to dwell on that for any longer. We are working on exhaust right now. We didn't get it done yesterday because honestly we were just like, you know, not interested in doing it. So yeah, we're just kind of thinking it, mulling around, trying different ideas. So Factory 5 has designed it that it works with the roadster headers now on the coupes, and you know, we're trying to use the pipes from before, and this is why the new Gen 3 coupes haven't shifted with any pipes yet. They haven't finalized this part yet. And remember, we're beta guys. We knew this coming in.
Yep.
that this part was not done. So you can't fault them for it at all. We knew that in the beginning. So we're just kind of showing them what we're doing, or we'll show them, I should say, what we're doing, and then they'll figure out exactly what the last production pieces are going to be. So we're going to end up modifying John's side pipes a little bit, and then we're going to make a little adapter to fit to his headers so that we can use an off-the-shelf header. You know, and that's where it is. Let's see, what else? John's in here.
That's pretty.
There you go. So, yeah, look at that. Pardon me. What's wrong with me? So what John's working on right now is assigning circuits. So we are not using all the circuits that are on the fuse box for what they were originally intended for. See, so John's got a new list there. So and what he's doing is he's making up the label maker and reassigning those circuits for what we're going to use them for. As like the old choke circuit on the fuse panel will now be the cool suit circuit. The old radio circuit will be the transponder.
You're right,
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So you can see what we did here, where we put the computer through the firewall, and that made it, it worked well with the Ford Motorsport controls pack harness. Everything fit right to there. And I think Eric Treves is doing basically the same thing that we did, or we're doing what he did, either way, whichever one did it first. Hi Eric, hi Henry. Not much more in the back of the car. I think I didn't post any pictures yet, but you know, we got the laser cut pieces in for our wing support. Yes, our own design. So I don't know what we're going to call it yet. The John George Racing Wing. We've got to name it somehow. So we got to claim it before somebody else does. But I like the way they came out. So all 400-inch laser cut plates. We welded brackets to the rear of the car, and we're doing, so these will bolt on after the body's on finished. Then we can bolt the wing to this. The wing does have to come off to go into John's car. Let's see. This is our battery box tray. We're not going to use a whole 4-sided battery box. This is going to bolt to one of the tubes, and then this is going to bolt onto the top of the IRS. And then we'll have 2 studs in here with a bracket to hold the battery down in the back. Is what we came up with to keep it as light as possible and as strong as possible. I made it out of heavier aluminum 090 instead of 040 aluminum. Oh geez, what else are we working on? This here, these are parts for a little something we're working on. Right there, you can see that, the white bar too. Not going to tell you what it is yet, not until we find out if it works or not. So, but if you know what the parts are, feel free to chime in. I know, table's a mess. We didn't clean up this morning. We're lazy. Okay, that's it for now, guys. So that's the update of where we got. Hopefully by this afternoon I'll have the nose hinged, opening and closing, the louvers installed, and get going a little bit more. Hey, sunshine's here. Morning, Brad.
Morning.
What else? Got anything else to show them? No, that's about it. Okay, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Oh, my gas pedal.
Oh, the gas pedal. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you a quick look at that.
I spent a lot of like
He
the whole
did.
day.
He actually did. Yeah. So I got to give you props on that. So come over here to the gas pedal. So would you like to see what 8 hours of John's work is? Right there. See that gas pedal cover? 8 hours of John's work right there. That's what happens when you have John George help you. I know what you're going to say. It's a little crooked. But you know what? John said that when his foot's on it and he's racing at 150, nobody will be able to see that. And I agreed with him. All right? But honestly, it didn't take him that long. He shortened it up quite a bit over what it was. If you remember right, this gas pedal, because it is the Coyote, it's fly-by-wire. So by shortening it up, I think he probably took 3 inches off of it. It's now a very fast ratio, which John thinks will work very well for him. So we'll see. All right, guys. That was it. Talk to you later. And later. Bye.